Hi and welcome to Yoga with Ilona. I'm Ilona and in this video I'm going to be taking you through a 20-minute yoga flow which is perfect for any time of day and suitable for all levels of physical practice, even for beginners. Remember that you are the expert on your body, and if at any time something doesn't feel right, then adjust the pose as you need to, or pause the video, come out of the pose and take a break if you need to. All we need is a yoga mat, maybe some water, and we will get started. So start by sitting in a comfortable seat. This can be cross-legged or in a low kneeling position if that's more comfortable on your knees, or you could even sit on a rolled up blanket or a block if that's better for your pelvis. Just make sure that you can find a nice straight spine and that you're not letting your belly hang forward or curling your spine backwards. Just sit up nice and straight, engage the lower belly and find stillness. And we'll start by just taking some really deep breaths down into the lower belly, through the nose and out through the nose. Keep drawing the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Maybe tilt your chin down slightly. Feel your whole body fill with breath as you breathe in. Feel the exhale helping you to let go of everything you don't need. With each breath, bring your mind into the present. Feel your body on the yoga mat. Hear the gentle sound of your breathing in your throat. And give yourself this time to be present. And then, as you're ready, open your eyes and we will start by reaching the right arm up and overhead and taking the left fingers down by the side. Breathe into the side body, stretch, and then exhale, windmill over to the other side. Breathe into the left side of the rib cage and then exhale, windmill slowly back to the right. As you exhale, use the whole of the exhale to move over, taking the left hand up and overhead, making sure to not crunch too far over towards the right side. And then exhale one more time on each side. See how you can find more space with this breath in. And then as you exhale, stretch over towards the right once again with the left hand. Take one more deep breath here and then exhale, bring the left hand down. And then from here, whether you're in cross legs or whether you are kneeling, you can take the hands behind you slightly and then drawing the belly in towards the spine, open up through the chest with a deep breath in, finding a gentle back bend. So you're just opening the chest forward, opening the heart, and making sure not to take loads of weight on the hands. You are not coming super far down, just find that gentle opening in the chest. You might want to wiggle from side to side slightly, maybe gently tilt the head from one side to the other, but don't look from side to side. Being gentle on the neck. And then with an exhale, come out, fold very slightly forward, and then bring the legs out in front of you. And we will cross the legs if they're not crossed already, and just take a very slight forward fold. So taking the fingertips out in front of you and then folding over the hips. You might need to adjust the position of your ankles slightly if it feels like you're squishing your feet. And then you will straight away feel a stretch in the outsides of the hips. Just taking a couple of breaths here. Find length in the spine as you breathe in. Find a deeper stretch as you exhale. And then with your next inhale, walk your fingers back up, and we will take the legs out in front of us, bring the feet up in line with the face, and bring your body into a V shape. So we're coming into boat pose just to help fire up the core, fire up the belly. You're keeping your back completely straight. To modify, you can take the toes down onto the floor and then just lean back slightly. That will still feel really strong in your core, but for the more advanced version, lift your feet up off the mat. And then see if you can still take nice full breaths in boat pose. Allow the exhale to be really long. And one more. And then with your exhale, hug the knees in towards the chest. Just allow the belly to release out again. And then when you're ready, roll over the knees, bring your hands down into a tabletop for a moment, tucking the toes under. Take a deep breath in here, and then as you exhale, you're going to lift the knees off the mat, but keep the belly pressing onto the thighs. So you're in like a low squat position with your legs, and your back is straightening out. Keep pointing the tailbone away from you, and then with the exhale, we're going to gently straighten into the legs. But imagine that you could keep that contact of the belly on your thighs. So this is going to give you a really strong, extended downward facing dog. You can pedal out the feet, stretch out the backs of the legs. Have a wiggle around, see how it feels today. But when you're ready, begin to tiptoe the feet towards the hands, coming into a forward fold at the top of your mat with the knees bent as much as you need to bring the belly onto the thighs. So we're not hanging off the lower back. You're using the strength of your legs to hold you up, and then allowing the torso to hang really heavy. Maybe give a sway from side to side. Make sure there's no weight in the neck and the head. You're just allowing your head to hang down. And then from there, we're going to roll our way slowly, one vertebra at a time, up to standing. Finding Tadasana, mountain pose at the top of the mat. Feet hip-width distance apart, micro bend of the knees, crown lifting up towards the ceiling. The whole body engaged. And then we will take a flow from here. So inhaling, reach the hands up towards the ceiling. Reach, exhale, fold forward. As you breathe in, come up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back on the right foot. Bring the right knee down and inhale in a low lunge. As you exhale, step back into a really strong plank position. Take a deep breath into the belly, and then exhale, bring your knees down, then your chest, and then your chin. Inhale to scoop forward into a low cobra pose. And then exhale, push back, downward facing dog. One full breath in downward dog. And then as you breathe in, you're going to reach the right leg high. Engage the core as you scoop the right foot forward and step it between the hands. Inhale in the low lunge with your left knee down. And then as you exhale, bring both feet to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhaling, reach over and up. Exhale, Tadasana. And straight onto the next side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. As you breathe in, find halfway lift. And then exhale to plant the hands and step back on the left foot. Bring the left knee down this time. Stretch into the hip flexors. And exhale to step back to plank. Keep lifting the belly in towards the spine as you breathe in. Exhale, knees, chest and chin down, and then scoop the body forward for a cobra. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. And we'll breathe in to lift the left foot high, scoop it forward, step between the hands. Exhale, bring the right knee down. Bring the right knee down, inhale it in the low lunge, and then exhale, step forward, forward fold once again. And then we'll come all the way up to standing, reach towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a full breath here. And exhale. Bring the hands back to heart center. From here we're going to breathe in, reach the hands up, but keep the hands parallel with the shoulders, so shoulder width apart. And then with an exhale we're going to sit down into chair pose. So look down and make sure that you can see as much of your feet as possible. Tuck the tailbone down and then bend into the legs. So this is like a squat, but with your knees quite close together. Don't let the knees knock in. And then we're going to bring the hands down into a prayer position and take the left elbow on the outside of the right knee, ready for a twist. To protect the lower back, you can allow the left knee to come slightly forward of the right knee. And then breathe into the space where you feel the twist. And then on your next exhale, come back to center. Breathe in one more time. And then breathe out, fold forward into the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back on the right foot. We'll bring the right knee down, and then we'll take the right hand on the inside of the left foot. And as you inhale, reach the left arm out and up. So you're coming into a twist in towards the left knee. Breathe into the space where you feel the twist in the lower belly. You can look up to that left hand if you want to, or just gaze down at the mat. A couple of breaths here, finding full body engagement. And then with an exhale, bring the left hand down and we'll step back to plank. In plank, we're going to roll onto the outside of the left foot and open up into side plank. If you need to, you can bring the left knee down underneath the body or just stack the feet on top of one another. Take a couple of breaths in side plank, finding that strength. And then with an exhale, bring the right hand down and we'll come through knees, chest and chin as we breathe out. Inhale, scoop forward, cobra. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale to reach the right leg high. Scoop it forward, step between the hands. Bring the left knee down. Breathe in. Exhale, step to the top of the mat and fold. Inhaling, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. And we'll do that all again on the next side. So inhaling, reach the hands up parallel. Exhale, chair pose. Bring the hands down to heart center into a prayer position. Take a deep breath in, straighten the crown of the head away from your tailbone, and then we'll twist over towards the left side this time, hooking the right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Take a couple of breaths into the twist. And then on an exhale, come back to center and fold into the legs. Breathe into halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back on the left side this time. Bring the left knee down. Breathe in the low lunge, and then we will place the left hand on the inside of the right foot and open up into a twisted low lunge over towards the right knee this time. Again, you can look up to the right thumb or down towards the mat. Find that space in your hips. And then with an exhale, bring the right hand down. Step back to plank. Inhale in plank. And then exhale, roll over onto the outside of the right foot, coming up into side plank. Again, modify by bringing the right knee underneath your hip if you need to, or just stack the feet at the end of your mat. Keep lifting the right hip up away from the floor. And with your next exhale, bring your left hand down and come down through knees, chest and chin. Breathe in, scoop forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. And with your next inhale, lift the left leg up and back, scoop it forward, step between the hands. Bring the right knee down, breathe in, and then exhale to the top of your mat into a forward fold again. And from here, we'll roll slowly up to standing. And then from there, take a wide-legged stance, not super wide, but just wider than hip-width distance apart, and turn the toes outwards at 45-degree angles, roughly. And then from here, we're going to bend into the knees and squat all the way down to the mat to find Malasana, lotus pose. So this is going to be a really strong stretch in the thighs. If you're up here, that's fine. Just come down as far as you can, and if you are low down to the mat, you can press your elbows in to the knee creases to find a deeper stretch. And then you could even rock from side to side. If you cannot bring the heels down, then maybe take a rolled up blanket under the heels to help you sink your weight back behind you. And then from there, we're going to bring the right fingers down on the inside of the right knee. So pressing the back of the right arm into the right knee, and then open up. So lifting the left arm up and diagonally away from you. And then you can try that on the other side. Still focusing on your breath as much as you can. Remember that if you lose the breath, then it's a sign you need to step back with the pose a bit and re-find your breath. And with an exhale, we'll bring both hands down and just sit back down onto the mat here. And then we can stretch the legs out, give them a little shake from side to side. And as you're ready, bring the hands behind you like we did at the start, but this time with our legs straight forward. This pose is a little bit more challenging, so just give it a go. If you fall down, laugh and try again. So we are going to bend into the elbows to push up into the hands and create like a reverse plank shape. So really engage the glutes, the backs of the legs. You can try pointing the toes, and then keep the chin tucked into the chest the whole time so you're not taking weight in the back of the neck, and feel that stretch in the fronts of the shoulders. If this is tough on your wrists, you could even try doing it on the elbows. Keeping the belly drawing in, and then exhale, slowly come out. And we will sink our way down to lying on our backs. If you have time, maybe take a gentle twist here from side to side. And in your own time, find Shavasana, corpse pose, with your hands either side of the body, not in contact with the body, feet mat width distance apart. Allow the whole body to melt into the mat. Feel like with each exhale you're spreading out like a pool of melted chocolate. And then lose your focus on the breath. Allow your breath to be natural, like you are going to sleep. And enjoy a minute of stillness. If you have more time, then please do stay in corpse pose longer. But for now, we'll bend our knees and make your way gently over to lying on your side. Take a couple of deeper breaths as you lie on your side. And then as you're ready, slowly push your way up sideways to come to a comfortable seat on your yoga mat. And then in that comfortable seat, find your breath for a moment. Breathe down into the belly and then up into the chest. Exhale. And then from here, I invite you to bring your hands to heart center. Bow your head slightly. Thank yourself for practicing yoga today. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. Tell me what you thought in the comments. Tell me what you would like to see next. And please do subscribe. You can also hit that bell button next to the subscribe button, and that will give you a notification every time I post a new video. I post a new yoga video every weekend at 10 AM. I hope you have a beautiful day wherever you are, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.